Really quick, I just want to do a quick mental health check-in, and then I want to cover as many of the 3 topics as we can cover, starting with Wanye and Brandy, and then discussing, where the fuck did it go? Hold on. Second topic, why do you think so many black women are turning away from the prospect of marriage? And third topic, the male loneliness epidemic.
Nigga, all of these topics equate to niggas ain't shit, but every last one of them. Wanye ain't shit. We don't want to get married because niggas ain't shit. The male loneliness epidemic because niggas ain't shit.
Did you just say, think of a theme and was like, oh, the synonyms of that theme?
Niggas ain't shit.
With that said, I want to welcome everybody to Bitches, Booze, and Brunch, the occasional podcast that we do when we can get our asses together. Most of us should have booze. Anyone have booze? Please raise your hands. Yes. All right. Some of us have weed. That said, I would like to welcome Jazz. I'm not as quick-witted as Anthony, so I'm not going to say the Togarian and all of that.
Even though you just said it, but okay. Bro.
I know, right?
Okay. Thank you
With
so
that
much for having me.
said, thank you. And she hails from
It Was a Good podcast.
She's like, yeah, that one.
My bad. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to say it or if you wanted to say it. I don't want to step on no toes, because my bad. I'm going to sit back.
I'm going to ask you to do this at the end, but could you please do this at the beginning? Where can they find you?
Yes, I am one half of the Was a Good Though podcast. We review movies and TV shows. Me and my brother Jason, who was a big fan of Brit. They are like besties.
Take a drink every time a bitch lies.
Yeah, well, let's go. Let's go. But you can find us on any streaming platform. We are also on YouTube, on all social media platforms as well. So glad to be here.
Yeah. And I would also like to welcome our beautiful ray of sunshine, that adorable, adorable young lady, that lover of Justin Randall Timberlake.
Take another drink, young lady, my ass.
Right.
I'm 50. I like to kick. I like to stretch and kick. I'm 50.
Something's wrong.
Okay. I'm 50. I like to kick. I like to stretch.
I'm gonna need to
At
refill my
50.
drink soon.
And last but not least, we all know her, Coretta with the Beretta, Miss Helene Torregano.
Gang, gang.
You ain't gonna say shit?
Bang, bang.
I just said gang, gang, nigga. What you need?
You're supposed to say bang, bang, Britt.
I'm not Anthony.
She high.
She thought, yeah.
You know, it
I'm
would have been funny
so
if Anthony's
high.
voice would have just popped up with bang, bang. Like,
You
know,
should
see him
insert it.
say it.
With that said, I would like to just do a mental health check-in, and let's start with, is
Nerd
it every
arm.
podcast?
I immediately thought of it when she walked past. I would hate y'all if y'all was my mom's friends. Like, why do you keep laughing at me?
She just be walking by so unbothered too, just in the scene.
Right.
She gonna walk back with a broom or something. She always cleaning something. I think Rhea be making her clean the house when we be on.
We
I
make
think it's more
deals.
indentured servitude, honestly.
There's a deal going on currently.
I ain't mad at her. I had the same deal when I was unemployed and living with my mama. Oh, I said, bitch, I better not lift a fucking finger in here as long as I pay these bills and you sitting around here. Yes, ma'am.
With
Cinderella.
that said, I would like to check in on our guest. First of all, how is your mental health doing this week?
It's gone array with her eyebrows.
It was, wait, wow. I was about to, ooh, you know what? Peace. It's peaceful. I tried to dodge every struggle and, complication that thrown my way, Britt. Thank you so much for asking me. Even though forehead hoes be out here trying to stress me out. But I say, you know what? I'm going to scale it back.
It's
Because Helene did something nice earlier today, so for her to be an asshole tonight, it's just like she a fake ass bully. So
I gotta
fuck you, nigga. Ain't no 6'7" in this bitch. Like, nah.
I can't just be out here doing nice shit all the time. I gotta balance the shit out.
Fuck out of here.
I got a reputation to uphold, goddammit.
Motherfucker, we know you soft.
So your mental health is doing...
Oh, it's all right. I mean, we out here. We at war, so, you know, drinking, paying my bills, and keep fuck niggas from stressing me out.
Then take your ass to the store, nerd arms, if you need some goddamn tomatoes. Get to walking, nigga.
Why she can't drive, Helene? Like, Mom, can I borrow the keys?
Walk. We need tomatoes.
I hope she come and stick her middle finger up at yo motherfucker ass.
We're going grocery shopping in the morning.
I need to go in the morning too.
Same.
I need to go in the morning as well.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, where would you rate it this week?
6.5.
Okay. Araya,
Yes.
how's your mental health? How would you rate it?
Was today payday for anybody?
Yes.
No.
I got
make
paid
it any
twice
better?
today. I got paid twice.
I got paid last week, I believe.
Oh.
I don't know, because it all went to rent and bills. So
Okay.
So that depresses me. So I don't know. My mental health is not that great. I'm back poor. We were living decently for a little bit when I got my tax refund. We didn't ball out of control or anything, but we were just able to pay the rent without, wincing. And, get a couple of little treats here and there. But nothing crazy. Like we went to lunch, got a couple of snacks from Home Goods. Just little treats. Just
Home Goods got the good snacks too.
They do.
The international snacks.
Yes. So stuff like that. But it's better than it was last week when I found out that I didn't get that job. I'm a lot better now. So I'm going to put it at a sim.
Okay.
I heard that episode, Ray. I felt so bad for you. But I kept keeping you in my prayers. Something better is going to come.
Thank you.
You know what?
Hope so.
Jazz did say in the Discord, even though you're not a part of it, because you don't be on internets like that, she said, I'm going to put Raya on my prayer list. She did.
I do be praying for y'all.
Thank you. I pray
Isn't
for
she
you
a
too.
nice, wholesome Christian woman?
I am wholesome. Y'all just
She is.
very negative. Like,
Do you have
visual of it.
specific prayers for us? Like Helene gets this
Or is it just
prayer,
a blanket
Britt gets this prayer.
So if I know that y'all are going through something, like, because Helene, I know you was going through some stuff last year, I was like, Lord, I just want to send prayers of strength and patience to Helene. But if I don't know if you got anything going on, I say friends and associates. So now that I know Ray is, of course, actively looking for something better financially as a job, I throw that up there like, Lord, please give her what she needs as a job-wise that can make her comfortable and stable and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's how I say my prayers.
Thank you.
I
I
love
do a
that.
blanket. I'm sorry, guys.
Can you
I
make
just say
my
God
prayers
bless all my
specific?
friends.
Nah, fuck you, nigga, because
Not
you was
in
there
that
talking
ain't
shit.
shit, nigga.
You was talking shit earlier, like 10 minutes ago. So, circle back in 2 weeks.
So
I'll take that.
moving on from that uplifting and rousing discussion of, love. Helene, your mental health
Ma'am.
this week. Scale from 1 to 10.
I'm like, I got paid and then it instantly was like bill. And I was like, oh, but at least the bills are paid. I'm like, I'll say like a 7.5. I'm not,
Okay.
I'm not terrible. I got some shit like lingering in the back of my mind that I try not to think about. That's not like pressing, but it's there. So yeah, I'm gonna say like a 7.5.
Okay. I would say for me, even though
Nobody
thread-
asked you.
So my mental
I'm
health is at a
joking.
-7 now.
I'm joking.
It was at a 6,
but
but now
was
it's a
easy.
-7.
I'm sorry.
Raya, she gonna fucking not. She not gonna send you your allowance for the week. You better shut the fuck.
I was joking. It was so easy.
She's like, I'm just kidding.
I love you.
Anyway.
Raya's
So,
like, now I gotta
special
answer the
prayer
calls when
tonight.
she be calling me.
No, she'll just let it ring once. No, she doesn't even do the ones where it's like, oh, you know, it did the ring. It must go straight to voicemail. She lets it ring twice, so it's very apparent she doesn't want to talk to me.
That's
And then
not
she hits
true.
Do you be
just,
sending her to voicemail?
No, I don't send her to voicemail unless I'm on the phone or if I'm in the middle of a text or something like that.
Or I'm
Then I'll
watching
send her to
TV.
voicemail.
Or
I'm in the middle of a text.
Or if I'm playing a game and I
Or
game
She
it.
ignores it, Britt. She ignores it a lot. That's what it sounds like. But you know what? When you call me, I pick up. I'll be like, oh, Britt
Yeah.
called me. Let me see. I pick up.
right?
Because she only calls you once every fucking month. She calls.
You're right.
She calls me. Well, she don't call me as much as she used to, but I know she called Rhea at least 3 times a day.
Oh, hell no.
No.
No, I don't.
I'll say like 3 times a week. She
Oh,
calls.
hell no. God.
Okay, that's okay because it's not like we talk 3 times a week. Don't worry about it.
No, we
talk
don't.
maybe
Sometimes
once.
I can't pick up, and it's not anything to do with Brit. It's just it's me.
No. You are in the middle of whatever game on your phone you were doing, and I completely understand that.
Sometimes
You're protecting your peace.
Imagine
So,
a
I'll
nigga
be
telling
honest,
you I
sometimes I
ignored your
just-
call because I'm playing a game on my phone.
I mean, that's a true statement, though. I understand because I be doing it too. But sometimes I just don't have the mental capacity to fuck with nobody.
That's true.
That's
Like, I don't want to hear nobody
that's
else's
me.
problems. I got my own motherfucking problems.
So I do want to say that during my mental health segment, I do appreciate the fact that we've discussed sending me to voicemail. We've discussed ignoring me. We've discussed.
only Ray did that. Yeah, yesterday for like an hour until I had to go poop, and then I was like, "You want to come with me?" Or
You better than me because Elaine, she would have been in there with me. And I'd be like, yeah, girl,
Oh,
You wouldn't have known the mute button is getting used a lot.
nigga, I made red beans and rice on Wednesday.
Country is
So I was having me some red beans and rice, and I'm like, you know, some red beans, you get an hour out of me, and then I'm like, hey, I got to let you know because I had cheese for lunch, and now I done on top of the cheese, I done put red beans. It's not. You should let me go so I can handle this. I'm just saying.
what I
We
was
can't
going to
sh-
say.
Since we can't shit and fart in front of our partners, since
No, that's
what
bread.
Ray said.
Oh, Rhea.
Yeah,
Don't
that
guys
is
do
what
it.
Rhea said.
I
Rhea,
maintain
wow.
that.
Do you burp in front of them? You don't burp in front of them either, right?
No,
She does
not
no bodily
anything
functions except fuck.
unladylike.
You're afraid to have them hear something come out of your ass, but you don't mind if they come in your ass?
That part.
Oh.
That
That was a bar. That was a bar.
That
That was a bar. This nigga's like, oh,
I like it
I
when
have
they
to be
curl my
ladylike, but
ass.
just
What a wild and bold fucking statement!
Listen, Rhea has said some wild shit on this podcast.
I'm not mad at it, ma'am.
I'm not either.
Now, she did send me. Never mind.
Go
No,
ahead, Elaine.
I hand carried.
She did. She did. And I appreciate it often. Let me just put it like that.
Excellent. I'm happy for you.
She
Excellent.
did.
All right. Okay. So let me just really quickly wrap up my mental health.
Oh, okay. Forgot this
1
was,
to 10.
This was
Where you
supposed to be
sitting at?
about Brett.
Right.
She said she was at a 6, but then Rhea pushed her to a -7.
I think she's back up though.
Are you up now?
I was simply going to say, as much as I adore Threads, I had to stay off for the majority of yesterday because it can be a bit soul-sucking.
Nigga,
And
that's because the threads that you have culminated and the bricks that you have put into your threads is fucked up. Bitch, you need to get back on the easy breezy side of threads because I be loving threads.
It's very positive over there.
It is. It's
They're very
easy breezy,
supportive.
bitch.
I'm on the white people need to move to their own country. all black, brown, and indigenous people just need to revolt. That's where I am. So anyway,
Damn.
I am at a 6.5, 7, and
I
the reason
think
why
that's
I'm a
why I
7.
don't see your content, Britt.
Oh, you wouldn't want to see my content.
No, that's what I'm
don't do
saying. I
that.
think because I've curated just, silliness on my timeline.
Yeah, no. I have things on there that you would never want to see. So, and I got yelled at today twice by Threads. They told me to shut the fuck up, and they kept doing the whole, "Are you sure you want to post this?" Many people who've been blocked have posted something similar to this, and I'm like,
Oh,
"Post!"
I always ignore that shit. And I'll be like, bitch,
Right?
I'm standing 10 toes down on what the fuck I got to say.
Right?
And when I posted that shit about Amber Rose, it asked me if I was sure I wanted to because it was like, cum dumpster is not a nice thing to say, but it applies. But it applies. The bitch is a cum dumpster.
It's a very unique selection of words to put together, so it's just like you gotta post it. Yeah.
And that is, I have to say really quick,
those
that
are
is
my
one
duty.
thing I appreciate about Threads, is the fact that, like, I sent to Helene today where this woman, she meant to say, I am going to be the best version of myself. And
Nigga. That bitch. She
Go
said,
ahead,
be the
tell
best.
it.
She said I'm gonna be the best virgin of myself. And it was like, do you remember that bitch, them two bitches that was hanging out with Donald Trump? Ice Spice? No, not Ice Spice.
Nah, it was
What's the bitch?
Princess and Cooney. We'll
Not-
call her Cooney. We'll call her Cooney.
What was the bitch's name?
One of them
Diamond
died,
and
though.
Pearls.
One of them died. Yes.
Diamond and Pearl or something like that.
So
yeah.
the one that lived, that's what the bitch looked like today. That said she's gonna be the best version of herself. She had the
Oh,
frosty
God.
eyeshadow and the one little like shoot that bitch on with a Sharpie, and then the hard hair, the hard short hairdo, like it was swooped and it was real like freeze framed. Nigga, they was lighting her ass up. One dude was like, "Yes, I'm gonna be the best celibate something I could be," or some shit like that. I'm like, they was lighting her ass up in them comments.
So anyway,
The best
that's how I'm
virgin I
doing.
could be. Would you go back to being a virgin if you could?
No.
No.
No, because losing it was completely uneventful. So,
Nah, mine was good.
Really?
Mine was good.
yeah, I didn't even feel it. He was like,
Oh.
he's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Is it in?" And he got really mad
See, that is the
because he
begin-
knew I was a virgin.
That is the beginning of that man's villain origin story right there.
Yeah.
That shit right there. But you know what? You sent that thing to. Did you send me that thing today about? No, that was Raya's ass. If you had a dick, was that you? No, maybe that was George. Somebody sent me something.
Was it the one where she's going like
Yes,
this,
that was
and then
you.
she's smacking it?
If y'all woke up tomorrow with a dick and you had a dick for a week, what's the
Ooh.
first thing you finna do with that motherfucker?
Fucking jack off first thing.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I think
I
so.
am gonna swirl it around. I'm not gonna lie. And then I'm gonna do
I'm
the
gonna
little slap with my
helicopter
thighs.
that
like,
Right?
So I said the first thing I'm gonna do is jack off, and then I'm gonna measure that motherfucker. So, because if I measure it, depending on what the number comes out to, is depending on how much bass I'm gonna have in my voice when I talk to you hoes.
Hold on. I got a question. So it's if we wake up with a dick, are we still women?
Nah. Well, nah, because ain't nobody want to. Well, that's not a true statement.
Right.
Dicks with
I
dicks
was gonna
is a
say there's a
whole-
market for that.
Right.
It
Because I
is,
like,
it
are
is.
we waking up like
Watch the
niggas?
Yeah, we're gonna wake up like a dude. We'll be a dude for a week.
So I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna look at myself
Now-
like, how would I look if I'm an attractive nigga? But if I'm like a nasty, ugly looking nigga,
That's what I
Yeah.
was. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because life would be completely different depending upon whether
Yeah.
you look good, looked average, or
But
looked fucking
nigga,
horrible.
ugly niggas get
My,
played
my
if you got
brother's
big dicks.
cute, so I would definitely.
I would
do
say you would
alright.
look like you just as a man. We should plug that
I'm
shit in the
toxic
chat.
as
fuck.
That
I
I'm
did
just
that.
so-
will
Yes.
turn me into a man.
Yeah, I did that little filter on TikTok that gives you a beard and stuff like that.
I look like a
my
stud.
brother.
I just look like me with a beard. I look like a stud.
I would look like an El DeBarge motherfucking.
And you know what? And that's why you
All-
not gonna get no play in 2026 because we ain't fucking with you light skinned niggas no more.
all in
That
my
was- That was
feelings.
the 80s. We don't want you
All the time, just feeling something deeply every time. Just
Drake fucked it up for y'all. Y'all was on the comeback and Drake fucked it up by suing everybody.
Shamar Moore did what he could, but he couldn't carry it for long.
But is Shamar Moore really light skinned, or is he kind of
No,
like
that nigga. No, he's light skinned.
He's
We
biracial.
brown-y?
No, he's light skinned.
He's light skinned.
Is he? Okay. He was trying, because, baby, when I tell you I had a Young and the Restless calendar in my room at the ripe age of, like, 13 with Christoph St. John and Shamar Moore in that bitch.
Ooh,
just posted up.
Christoph St. John.
Christoph St.
Yes.
John, bitch. Ooh, ooh. Good God.
Oh,
It was
I'm too young
Christoph
for this
St. John. Baby, shut the fuck up.
fuck you.
And Shamar Moore, and then I had Shaza Zulu in that bitch too. You remember Shaza?
Oh, from Different World.
Gary Dorton.
Yes.
Hold
Yes.
on, let me see.
With the locks.
Bitch.
Shazazu.
Didn't he have
You don't
pretty
remember
eyes?
Gary Dorton, bitch, from LSU?
He ended up looking like a crackhead, so.
No,
it
he
depends
didn't. He
on-
looks better
Oh,
now.
him! His
No.
beautiful fucking ass. Him
I
in the
fo- I
Janet
follow him.
Jackson.
He looks good.
He was
Yes!
in the Janet
Yes,
Jackson.
that Mac- the music
Oh,
video.
oh, oh,
Yes.
boy.
Mhm.
Stop.
The 90s calendars were the best. The niggas was in like white linen with the shirt open,
Yes.
and they was like
So
this on the
fine.
door
Yes.
frame.
And they didn't mind fighting for their women either.
They
No.
didn't. They didn't. 'Cause
And
Shamar
they
Christoph
cried.
was brothers
They
on Young
cried
and
for their
Restless. They was
woman.
constantly
They
They
did.
would
They did
cry.
cry.
They never cried, but when it came to their woman, they would cry them tears.
In
My
the rain,
ankle
too.
would cry.
Yes. In the middle of the desert, they would cry.
Bring that
In the
back.
rain, they would cry.
With that said, speaking of groups where they were known for their love songs, let's talk about Wanya and Brandy.
Yes.
Great
In the
pick.
middle of
Fuck
the
Boyz II
desert.
Men. I ain't never been no Boyz II Men fan. Though,
Singing.
for real.
Singing,
was-
I
Water
would
Wouldn't Dry.
come
Boyz
to
II Men was
the
my group.
end
No, my
of
ex-husband
the
was a big
road.
Boyz II Men fan,
Yes,
and I
I
was never
can't
like.
let go.
We have graduated from telling Ray to shut the fuck up to Brit.
You
Anthony,
can't
press the shut the fuck up button.
Yeah.
Shit.
Did you see that he has been contradicted? Because he had come out and said that she was definitely 18 by the time
No.
he started dating her.
Really quick, can you do
But
me a
then
favor,
he was-
Araya? Do me a favor. Can you actually explain what it is for somebody who has not been paying attention or know that much?
okay.
The niggas living under rocks. Yeah.
Yes.
So Brandy Norwood, you know, we all know Brandy. I Want to Be Down. The Boy Is Mine. Ray J's sister. Oh, I didn't mean to say it that way.
That's what it
Ray
is.
J
J's
is
sister.
Brandy's brother.
The murderess.
She is.
Well, she was in a multi-car accident that ended up with somebody dying.
Continue. Just
Anyway, she put out a book, or she's putting out a book, and an excerpt from the book was released, and basically she said that she was taken advantage of, and she started dating Wanya Morris from Boyz II Men when she was 16 and he was like 22. So it was my topic. I wanted to talk about it because I had a similar situation, and I want to talk about how far is I don't want to say how far is the child culpable, but if you lie about your age or you pretend to be something that you're not, do you have any culpability? I know you're just a child, but we don't say it anymore, but I was fast as a child. And I went after, I know it's not politically correct to say that now.
No, it's
Britt,
not about
but that's what
politically
I would
correct.
That's what I would have been called back in the 90s.
I agree with that.
I would have been
That's
called
what's been
fast.
called. Yep.
So I pursued someone who I knew was way older than I was, because for the simple fact that I was in the 10th grade and he wasn't in my school. He was much older, had a car and everything. And I pursued him because he had a car and because he was older. And I was on a quest to lose my virginity. And I didn't want to bother with any high school boys. So I pursued him. I ended up being able to hang out with him, invited him to my house when my mother was at work, and commenced to trying to lose my virginity. And we told the story of our virginity, so I won't repeat it here. But I knew what I was doing, and I didn't regret what I did. I don't think that in his situation, he should be in trouble if we were found out. Like, say my mother came home and she caught us and she called the cops and the cops came, blah, 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 blah. I invited that man to my house because I wanted to fuck him.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think the legal age of adulthood should be dropped down to 16? If yes, why? If no, why?
No, I don't think so, because I don't think 16-year-olds are adults. And I know where you're going with this, so I know what you're going to say. But being my big age of 50 and looking back at that time when I was just 16, I don't feel like a victim at all. There have been times in my life where I have been victimized, and those are very traumatic times for me. This was a rite of passage for me.
Now, you've heard of Stockholm, and I'm not saying this is your situation, but you've heard of Stockholm Syndrome, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So there are a significant amount of young women. Take, for example, that Mormon family whose daughter, their friend, kidnapped twice, consistently sexually assaulted. She still struggles with calling herself a victim and feeling angry with him. But that doesn't mean what he did was right and or legal. Just because she has a hard time with seeing him as a perpetrator does not make him less of a perpetrator. So if you don't think that the legal age should be dropped down to 16 because at 16 you cannot make those kind of decisions, just because you feel, and these are your feelings, they're valid, but I'm just saying, just because you feel that way does not mean that you were not a victim. Just because you don't feel like a victim doesn't mean you weren't one.
I don't think he ever even knew my age. He never bothered to ask either. The only thing he knew and kind of creeped him out was that I was a virgin. And when I wanted to stop, he stopped.
I don't think Rhea has Stockholm Syndrome. I don't think her situation equated to Stockholm Syndrome. Also, I do understand fast girls, because we were all not taught, but it was like talked about that you want an older boy. You don't want high school boys, whatever. Like, even if it was just a year older, 2 years older within the same school, you don't want a boy your age. But it's not up to, even if you pursued him, which I have done also. I pursued somebody that was older than me when I was younger. Me pursuing them does not mean that they should have allowed they should not have allowed me to pursue them. In other words, like, the onus is always gonna be on the older party, not on the younger. Even though I was doing some hot in the ass shit, I will admit that I was doing some hot in the ass shit. It's the onus is up to the older person to be like, I know you are a child. No, call me in 2 years.
Right. I think because I have been in the exact situation, kind of, that Array is discussing, in the inverse, where I was the older legal adult, and they were legally just legal. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I had met them maybe 6 months before, or maybe they had turned an appropriate, not even a too young age. I met this person at a bar.
Were they 18?
No.
Oh.
They were 17.
See, that whole scenario, though, because when we put ourselves in the situation to go to some place where we're supposed to be 18 to get in, and you meet somebody, you don't automatically think to ask.
Right.
Are you 18? Because this is an 18-year-old and up bar.
I went to a 21. It was a dive bar.
My ass was always in bars when I was younger that I should have been in.
But I wasn't raised like that, and not like that. I was not allowed to do those, and not even allowed. Hold on, let me say this, because this isn't coming out right. I never thought to do those things. Didn't mean other people didn't do them. My ass was out doing other dumb shit. I didn't do that. So later, when I took my dumb ass to a bar, I made the assumption that everybody in here was my age or older. And I was significantly older because I already had Ina, so I was about 25, right?
You're a predator.
I assumed.
No, I am too.
But I'm saying I made these assumptions.
This is a safe space.
I looked at the bar as a safe space. I looked at height, looks, things that should never make a difference. I made these inferences.
She looked
by
at everything
situation.
but that nigga's ID.
Right.
That. No, absolutely. And I met his family. They knew how old I was, so they never said anything around me. His mom, his sisters, his aunts, his uncles. The only reason I found out was because we were on the phone. And he said, oh yeah, my brother's birthday's coming up. My older brother, he's turning 19. And I knew he was 2 years younger than his older brother. I cut it off immediately. But with that said, if at that time it had been illegal for 17, that would have still been on me. That's still, no matter how I met him, where I met him, under whatever circumstances, beyond the fact that I got knocked up, all that shit. Sure did. None of my kids were living. This was a swirly baby, Jamba Juice baby.
Fetus deletus?
Fetus
The
deletus.
fuck is a jumbo?
I wasn't sure what that was.
She's sick.
But I was gonna ask you, like, did it ever cross your mind to like ask him his age, or was that just not even?
No.
Right.
I'm being completely honest. It never
So
did because
17 is the legal age in Texas. You can consent at 17.
right, but I would never as an adult, even then, if you had told me, hey, there's a cute 17-year-old, he's legal, I would have never said, yeah, let me go find that cute 17-year-old, because at that would have sounded, even to me, disgusting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I am not a pedophile. He was legal in the state that we were in.
I Drake.
I'm over here taking ownness of my situation. She's over here trying to find the loophole.
I mean, it's
I
not
just
a
looked
loophole.
up. This whole time, I never looked up the age of
You
consent.
know what? And do you know
Las
why I
Vegas,
know that?
Nevada.
I
So
did.
my senior year of high school, my boyfriend was also a senior with me, but I skipped a grade, and he ended up he wasn't held back, but he
Left behind?
because he had a baby. Well, no, he had a baby during his sophomore year. So it's not, he didn't get held back necessarily, but he had to repeat a bunch
He
of
had to
classes,
get-
and
he
he
had to
didn't take them in
catch
summer
up.
school. So he had to play catch up. So I turned 16. Well, I was 16 in my senior year. He turned 18 in my senior year, and his parents was like, yo, like they found out, they didn't know, because they were like, y'all are both seniors, it's whatever. I made a comment. I was like, oh, my birthday's coming up. And they're like, oh, that's great. Are you going to be 18? I was like, no, I'm going to be 17. When I tell you that boy's mama looked at me and said, you're only 16. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Thomas. Nigga, she was on the phone to my daddy instantly and was like, they better not be fucking. Because he is 18
Right.
and she is 16.
Yep.
She was like, I was like, I'm like, but my birthday is in like a month. She's, wait a month, motherfucker.
Right.
Wait a month. She's like, 'cause what you not about to do is get my son.
And as a mother of boys, Helene and me, abso-fucking-lutely. You better keep that in your fucking pants. Oh yeah.
Fred's like, I got a son.
I was wondering why she left you off the list, but I said, let me mind my childless business.
You forgot about your baby. Lord Jesus.
So sorry.
She's known him his whole life.
I knew him before he was born. Oh
Right.
my god.
Like I knew that baby in the womb.
Oops. Hey, Justin. But, like, that's like when my son thought that my ex-husband and I were both at work because he was home from school one day. My ex-husband gets up from bed, walks out into the living room. My son's sitting there in a pair of shorts and no shirt on with a girl sitting next to him.
Oh.
Like,
Did she
all
have
I
her
got...
clothes on?
She did, but the thing is that she came from a strict Catholic family where she was not to have sex until she got married.
So she came to your whorish ass house and was like, well, that's what they do here. So.
But maybe she was just giving him mouth.
Okay. What I was trying to say is my biggest
You
worry
don't want that visual.
was that
Oops.
my biggest worry was that if it got found out, what she could say he did, whether he did it or didn't do it. That
That's
was my biggest
always
concern.
that is
Yep.
always in the back of my mind. Like, because all it takes, and it's unfortunate that we are women, and we want to believe that women are going through with they say they have been raped or whatever. We want to believe their story, but it's also in the back of my mind, like, you know what? I know my son, and did you give up them draws? More than likely. But is there the chance that maybe I don't know my son as well as I do? It could be.
Right.
But you always want to give the benefit of the doubt and be like, or at least give a hedons to say, like, yo, never let there be an occasion to where you could be in a situation where somebody could say some shit like that. If a bitch is drunk as shit, leave her the fuck alone. Like, and I had that talk. I still have that talk with Caleb at 20 fucking 5. If a motherfucker is drunk as fuck, leave her the fuck alone.
Right.
Come back to that shit on another day. Make sure that hoe is safe, completely sober. I'm like, what show was that? Where Afterlife, where they had a little bracelet and they had to like stop in the
Yeah.
middle of sex and be like,
Yep.
do you consent? Like, we need some shit like that.
They know what they had was
Yes,
a thing
and
right
the check,
here.
yes.
You attached to yourself, and it
Yep.
recorded it basically.
Yep.
So if you ever said stop, that shit was
Yep.
recorded.
You would say, yes,
It's-
I consent, and
yeah.
it would keep recording.
Absolutely, and I it's
My
hard.
playback
and,
would be excellent.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, Araya, because Araya and I both have both a girl and a boy. It's this balance between I'm always going to believe the woman because I have girls and I don't ever want someone to not believe my girls if they say so. Why would they
Yeah.
lie? But I have a boy and,
Bitches lie.
right, bitches lie. Like, what the fuck? Like, did I raise a bitch who lies, or do I raise a boy who rapes? Like,
That part. Unfortunately, you gotta walk that line to try to figure that shit out.
I mean, for someone who doesn't,
I have been in the
kids-
presence of a bitch that lied. Only one, mind you, but I've been in the presence of a bitch that lied, and I was like, yo, you could potentially be fucking some shit up. And she kind of stopped and like didn't continue with the story, but I'm like,
Honestly,
you know what you're doing.
I think we as women should police those women because they make it harder for
I
the
mean,
rest
I
of us.
did break the bitch's nose. I ain't gonna say who she is, but I did break her nose.
Shout out to you.
Well, I didn't. Well, let me preface. I didn't break it, but I did fracture it slightly.
Did you pistol whip her, Coretta?
Was it
I
bleeding?
didn't. I busted her shit into the sink.
Oh.
Oh god damn! Okay, John
Okay.
Wick.
I was washing her hair, and she was bent over the sink, and I was like, ah.
Why
Did
is
she
you
say
doing
something?
that?
Did she say something to trigger you to cause you to do that while
Yes.
you were washing her hair? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And that was many, many moons ago. Many. And we're not good. No.
Of course not. Because how the fuck you going to still be friends with somebody who slammed your face in the sink?
But it was warranted. You should have enough fortitude and enough. You should be have enough. What do you call it? Like inner self. Like you have reflected on life and been like, you know what? I might have deserved that. But you haven't. In your big grown age, you still haven't been like, I deserve that shit. Then, bitch, I'll do it again tomorrow, if given the chance. Bop. I would.
Jazz, what do you think of it? The whole Wanye Brandy, because it's not generationally yours. You were
Well,
on the
Jazz was
peripheral.
like, I think Helene ass is crazy. But
I mean, of course. But I mean, I would say like for me, when I was a senior in high school, I dated somebody who was about 4 years older than me. So I was 17 and he had just turned 21, but we didn't get physical until I was legal. So it was like, but the caution was there. It's just my mom was like, nah, I'm not signing your permission for that nigga to take you to prom. He was able to make it though. Shout out to my friends who forged that signature. Had but I mean, it's Because like you said earlier, like even at that age, I was just like, let me date somebody older because they're more mature. It was always that more mature type of thing. Because dudes in our class, it's just like y'all on some immature type of stuff. But you also have to watch out for the men that prey on younger girls. So it's it's a slippery slope. Like his situation. Did y'all see the interview when he was at the Breakfast Club and they were laughing at how he was like, I mean, she was old enough to get it. So it's
in the states that we were in.
See, that's why
that's where it gets nasty because it's just like, so you know you was 22, she was 16 or 17, but then you also remember how R. Kelly was preying on Aaliyah. So you think about all the R&B artists that we grew up with that were teenagers that you had these industry dudes preying on them. So that's where it gets nasty.
If you wouldn't let it happen to your little sister of the same age or your little cousin of the same age, why would you ever think it's okay for you to perpetuate that? And that's been something that I've grown up always seeing. Like you see men who they don't care about age, you know, if it's got grass on the field, it's in play.
That's gross.
That's a nasty analogy.
Age ain't nothing but a number. You know, it's that shit. And I'm going to be really honest. I lost the thread. What was I talking about? I'm a little high.
I think you were talking about to where it's just like for men that don't mind dating women younger than them, but it's just like, would you want your daughter to date somebody older than her?
You look at the shit. You know how dudes who are players and they end up with daughters and they want their daughters to be treated a very specific way, but they've never ever thought about all the women that they're perpetuating that behavior upon as people. You look at your child and you see a human being, a person who feels and hopes and dreams, and you would throw yourself in front of a vehicle. You never even think about that person that you're perpetuating that bullshit upon has people in their life that look at them the same way. And so being raised by a man who perpetuated that bullshit consistently upon women, I was a fucked up message because I started getting called fast from the time I was 5. Now, take into account the fact that I recently found out that I was molested the first time at 3. I wasn't fast. I was trying to fucking work through what the fuck just happened to me, and I lost my mom. So, like, I've got tragedy upon tragedy, and it did come out in a lot of repressed sexual curiosity. So I grew up consistently being told how fast I was. And it was honestly just me dealing with the fact that I was consistently sexually assaulted throughout my life growing up. So sometimes when we look at calling a young girl or a young woman fast, we also have to take into account that we have grown up in a society where young girls are consistently groomed, and they're groomed by social media, by TV, by the men in their lives, by the women who raise them. Young women are groomed to be this, and then society turns around and says, now that we've raised you to be this way, you're a slut. You're fast.
Who grooms them to be that way?
Social media, society.
I didn't have social media.
But our generation didn't have social media.
No, they didn't. But how many times, what was the main objective for a woman for us growing up? And I'm not talking, might not have been in your house, but I'm talking about.
What was my main objective? To take my black ass to school.
Not your house. I'm saying out in society we were there to eventually get married.
Yeah, I see what Britt's saying.
I mean, maybe for the onus of just culture. I would say for the onus of young women, but in the black household, the onus of getting married was never front and center, unfortunately, for most of the black girls who grew into women that I know. Even if their parents were still together, my dad was the one that was like, oh, you don't need no motherfucking nigga to take care of you. It wasn't my mom saying that. It was my dad telling me that I didn't need no nigga to take care of me.
Yeah.
You know what?
The onus was always on don't do the fuck shit we did and get an education.
Where I grew up, it wasn't like that.
Necessarily for white girls. Maybe it was like, go to college so you can find a man. For us, it was go to college so you can make some motherfucking money. The black people that I know, it was about making money. It was about getting somewhere so you can make a certain amount of money.
Yeah, I
Education
wasn't
was
raised.
pushed in my
Nope.
household
Yeah.
as well.
I would say
In
like
my household, yes, but where I grew up, in the school I grew up in the community I grew up in, the black kids in my school, the black girls in my school, the ultimate goal was eventually to get married or settle down with somebody, find a partner, have kids. That was the goal. It was to maybe go to college, but not as important as building a house and
Maybe.
going
Oh
to
no,
church.
Jazz, what
Yeah.
was yours?
So for me, my mother taught me and my sister to never depend on a man 100%. So I would say like pushing education was definitely on the forefront in my family, but then you also had those aunts and uncles like when you're getting married, when you having kids.
Right.
So you had those individuals that's just like every family reunion, it's just like, oh, when you gonna settle down? Like, damn, hello, hey, I ain't seen you in a couple of years. Why you trying to push this shit down my throat? But like for me, it was definitely get an education for sure. Like my
In my
parents were
house,
never,
it was.
yeah.
No, I was going to say the same thing. In my house,
Yeah.
it was get an education. The
And Jazz comes
expectation
from a
was
two-parent household.
you are
Rhea,
going
were your parents together?
to college.
No. But I ended up living with my grandmother, who her children all had master's degrees, and her brother was one of the first black men accepted to Harvard. So we had a high emphasis on education as I was growing up. It was always, you got to do what they did, or you got to be better.
We still don't have a first person who graduated from college in my family, in my direct lineage, meaning like from my grandfather to my dad, my mom, down to me, down to my kids. We don't have that. That's not the world I grew up in. Now, my father expected me to go to college, but we didn't come from a bunch of college graduates. My aunts didn't graduate college. My cousin didn't. Now, generationally, younger ones have, but I wasn't raised like that, and I was raised to be dependent upon a man because I was raised by a man. So it was different experiences. It really was. And it was a look at who just got married. Look at who just had some babies. When are you going to bring some babies over here? So it's just different per also where you grew up. But I don't
Maybe
know.
'cause I had
think,
a kid young. I never got the when you gonna have a baby speech because I had a kid at 21, so I didn't have
Yeah,
enough
me
time to have
too.
that. When you gonna have a baby
I got
speech?
you only got an associate's degree. Why are you having a baby? That's what I got.
I was 20 when I had my first one, and my father said very specifically, don't you dare get fucking married. That was
See, I will say
only
my
advice.
well, I
See-
mean, my mom had died. So when I was 21, I had Caleb, and then we got married in '04, and it was like, it was very like, you're getting married? Yeah, why not? Fuck it, might as well. Having another one.
See, I was threatened
Pregnant with the
that I
second
was
one, might as
going-
well. Like,
I was gonna go to hell if I didn't get married because I was pregnant and I was, unwed and pregnant. So they bought me a
Yeah,
wedding dress
not
and
bad.
everything.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Mine
we
were
weren't
surprised
ready to
that I
get
was getting
married.
married. No.
You were going to get married?
No, we weren't ready to get married.
Oh.
We hadn't even talked about it. And it wasn't like we didn't want to be together. We did. I'm ultimately glad we didn't get married because we ended up having problems and broke up because of it. But
Jazz, we're waiting on you.
I was
For
never
what?
going to.
You're the last hope of the group, ma'am.
Right?
I mean, I'm 30, but like, fuck them kids. I'm trying to have 2 boyfriends that live in 2 different states and they both have dogs. That's what Jazz wants.
I love that for you.
That's what I
Yes.
want. Yes.
Do it.
You know what? I
Yes.
want
Do
2
it.
boyfriends in the same apartment complex. That way I ain't got to go very far.
No, I can't
They
have them
just live
beside
on
each
opposite-
other.
They just live on opposite ends of that bitch.
If they're going to be that close to each other, what they need to be by.
I'm not mad at that. That's on my bucket list, actually. I'm not mad at that at all.
I want a
Fuck some
boyfriend
bi
that
niggas is
appears when I
on
do
my
this and
bucket
goes
list.
away when I do this.
What's that?
What?
A boyfriend. I
Yes,
want a
yes.
boyfriend that shows up and goes away when I do that.
No, I want him here when I want him here, but then I like go. You can go home.
I
No,
do
but
love
I
the
want to
fact.
be able to go, get out my face, and he's gone.
I love the
Shut
fact
up.
that
I don't want-
they're pushing how women or couples are living separately. I love how that's becoming a thing.
That's
Because it's
wonderful.
just like everybody needs their own space. I don't need
I
you
agree.
up
Yeah.
under me all the time. Go do your thing. Go hang out with your homeboys. I'm not about to be on your back all day, every day. Go have a life without
But
me.
you would be surprised at how many men want you to be up under them. Because my ex from 2016 to 2019, he would get visibly pissed. And not like violently so, but he would get visibly pissed if I'd be like, "Can I have a night to myself?" Because he would be at my house almost every night, and I'd be like, "I just want to be here by my." And like, I legitimately was not doing anything. Now we did like tit for tat cheat on each other for a while, but it'd be those times where I legitimately wasn't doing shit. I just
That's
like,
why.
"Can I just be at the house by myself?"
That's all he said. No, you can't have a night to yourself with your cheating ass.
Cheat ass,
Got to
hoe
keep
ass
an eye on
bitch.
you.
You trying to
Nigga,
be
you
with
was
that
cheating
other
too,
nigga.
motherfucker. No, but like I'd be like, "Yo, I will call you. You could whatever. You could do a drive. I don't care. Just let me be by myself. Like let me decompress by myself sometimes." And he would get pissed. And this was before the cheating stuff happened. This is how the cheating started because he would get so pissed that I wanted to be by myself that he would be like, "Well, I'm gonna find somebody to pay me attention." Okay, like I'm not paying you attention. I just don't want you living in my skin on this particular day. Now any other time we would be inter goddamn twined, but every now and again I'd be like, "Leave me the fuck alone." But it got to the point to where I could not tell him that I wanted to be left alone, and then there became resentment because it's like, "Oh, I thought the woman was supposed to be the clingy one." I have yet to find a man that is not clingy. I have yet. Every man that I've had a serious relationship with has been clingy as fuck.
I was married to
And
a
I am not that.
non-clinger. I was married to a non-clinger.
No.
You sit on your side of the couch, I sit on
No.
my side.
Nigga, they want to be right here. Right here. All they have all been Velcro men. And it got to the point to where my ex-husband, we started to like, after so long, you start to not have that. But even him, like to a certain extent, it was like my damn dog. Like I got to be touching you, even if it's just a finger on you. I got to be touching you some sort of way, some sort of kind of way. But my last one, oh nigga, he wanted to be like I'm in this hat, he wanted to be right here in this bitch. Like and I'm like, "Yo, we do not need to be this close all the time." He would regulate how I like if I opened the door and I didn't hug him, mad. Like, "Why didn't you greet me with a hug at the door?"
Oh my god. Yeah.
It got to the point to where it was so tiring, and then he used that as an excuse to go cheat.
You ain't hugged me, so I gotta go find some other bitch to hug me. Is that what
Right.
Yes.
he just needed a reason.
I mean, it could be. But I also did not come from that type of household. I didn't come from a lovey-dovey ass household.
Right, yeah.
So when it came time for me to like start having relationships and start having children, I had to constantly make an effort to like hug on the kids and kiss on the kids. Nigga, Ian came and jumped in my bed. What's today, Friday? Ian came and jumped in my bed Wednesday morning. And my first reaction was, "Nigga, what you want?" And I was like, "Wait, I can't do that." "Okay, hi, baby." How you doing? And I was like, "You used to sleep like this." And I showed him a picture. I'm like, "You used to sleep just like this, like head right here." And
Aw, he loves
he was
his
like,
mom.
"Okay, that's all. I just wanted a hug." And it was fucking it was probably 7 in the morning because I think his alarm had just went off. But I had to fight the urge to be like, "What you want? Get off me." And to this day, I still have to make a conscious effort. Let me go hug these motherfuckers every now and again. Because I just did not. Now, do I want to be hugged when I want to be hugged? Fucking yes. Do I want you to live in my skin when I want you to live in that motherfucker? Yes. But when I want you to get out of my skin, I want you to go home. Tired of seeing you. You can go home now.
Jazz, were you raised with a lot of overt affection?
No, my family wasn't affectionate at all. We didn't really say "I love you." I didn't really start making that in my like dialogue until the first dude that I had a serious relationship with, because his family said it a lot, and they were like affectionate. And I was just like, "Why y'all say I love you all the time? What the fuck is this?" So it was just so
That's why
weird
your
to me.
head's so big. All that pent up aggression from not being loved as a child. It went through your head. I mean, I got to say,
what's your excuse, my nigga? So it's just like,
I got to say
obviously, lack of affection gives you a big head. Hey, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But like as an adult now, I'm just like, okay, let me start saying it more. I'm trying to make like a conscious effort to do it. Since my family lives in a different state, when I go see them, to say it more, especially for my parents. But I be kind of affectionate with niggas a little bit, maybe. Not really. Let me stop lying. No, I don't. I don't even give them compliments, Britt. Fuck them niggas.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That's kind of me getting to my point. Araya, did you grow up with a lot of? Did you grow up with a lot of affection as a child?
No, my mother is not very affectionate, and her and my stepfather had a very abusive relationship. So my parents, I never saw my parents together. They broke up when I was 3. So I just only saw my mother date various other men and then get with my stepfather, and he was abusive. So I didn't see any love at home. But I always sought what I didn't see at home. I wanted somebody to love me. And so I was promiscuous because I was constantly looking for that love. And it took until I got into my 30s to realize it with some therapy that this is so corny. The love comes from within.
That's not corny, and that's incredibly true.
It is very true.
That's a good. Hey,
It's incredibly true.
It is.
money well spent on that therapist, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Helene, do you? Because I can't remember if you do. Do you give men compliments?
Yeah.
I'm so disgusted.
I literally just told a nigga probably 10 minutes ago, nigga, I like your face.
You so
Question: did your parents ever give you compliments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
my mom did. My dad did up until I started sprouting breasts, and then he was like, "That's weird." My stepmom, no, she's not a complimenty type, but my mom did.
Because what I think I see is, how can you give something you didn't get? If you were never complimented growing up, if you were never given overt affection.
Did they not compliment you?
Oh, no, the reason why I don't give men, but see, the thing is, I said I don't give men compliments. I will give women compliments. I'll be like,
no,
okay,
I understand that. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, though, is it's a lot easier to give another woman a compliment because there's no vulnerability in it. Giving a man a compliment, you become vulnerable in general.
Men just aren't appreciative. That's the only reason why I don't give men compliments.
The reason I don't give men compliments because it goes to their head and they think that they're the shit when they're not even the fart.
Right. Yeah. I'm not going to.
You worry about that due to vulnerability. Women are vulnerable to men. If you are attracted to men, you are automatically attracted to your apex predator. It leaves you vulnerable. Women are killed by men more in a year than how they die any other way.
I mean, that's true, but I plan on taking people out before I go out. So
I'm not going to be like,
that black lady in Coral Springs. Her husband just killed her.
I saw that. She was a vice mayor. I just read that article.
Of Coral Springs.
Shot that lady in her bed and used a pillow to silence it. So that means that lady was probably asleep when he shot her.
Something out of lifetime.
But it does leave us. It leaves us physically, and I'm not saying emotionally vulnerable, but it leaves us physically vulnerable. The fact that we are attracted to the individuals who more often than not are actually the ones that, if they get a hair across their ass, could kill us, and you don't know. You don't know if a guy who's asking for your number in a club and you say no, he's going to shoot you in the head when you're walking out, because it's happened.
But see,
Britt, so I don't go off the cliff like that. you jumped off. I'm like, all right, my nigga, that's not what I'm doing. Because if I'm out,
Debbie Downer, she goes to the worst case scenario in every scenario.
How did we get here?
wait, okay, Jazz, do you compliment niggas you know?
No, but so this, I would say this is probably a very toxic trait for me. If I'm out with my girls and it's some fine niggas in there and I've been drinking, I will roll up on a fine nigga and give him a compliment and then walk away. And that's it. Because the thing is, men don't get compliments that much. So when you give it to them, it brings their mood so up. I do that just for them knowing I don't want anything from him, and I'm like, that makes me feel good. But if I'm just like, man, fuck that nigga. Now, if it's somebody I'm talking to, and if I give him a compliment, he'd be like, I appreciate it. Oh, that shit sets me off. Like, appreciate it. That's it, nigga. Like, what?
The fuck he's supposed to say, Jazz?
Thank you, Jazz. You look good too. That's what the fuck he's supposed to say.
Oh my god! But are you giving this nigga a compliment so you can get one back?
No, I'm not. But I just be like, do you appreciate it though? Like, do you? I don't know. I think it's just because the last nigga that I was dealing with was very toxic. So the effort wasn't really put in there. So I might just be projecting my toxic nigga that I was with for multiple years.
Wait, you three niggas ain't shit. Y'all toxic as fuck. Cause I'm like, Jazz, you don't even give compliments to motherfuckers. You ain't gonna call. I don't know, fucking, you ain't gonna call Ivy and be like, hey man, I seen your picture today. You look good in your
Why
picture
the fuck
today.
would I do that? Hell no. What? No. I wouldn't even call Jason and give him a compliment. Like, what kind of shit is that? I mean, okay. All jokes aside, if I'm like, okay, nah, I'll say
She's like,
I'll
nope, I
say
thought
some
about
slick
it.
shit.
Nope.
I'll say some slick shit. I'll be like, look at this nigga. He just got a fresh ass haircut. Think he the shit. That is how I give my homeboys compliments.
That's a compliment.
That's a compliment because I am identifying like, oh, you just got a haircut.
I like that.
That's
But
it.
don't you think giving a compliment is another way that you can get a leg up on the situation sometimes? Because they get
No.
complimented so little.
No, because
When you give
Why
one,
is y'all trying to get legs up on? I'm not talking about somebody you are romantically involved with or trying to be.
no,
with.
not
I'm talking about
even
just niggas on the
even
street that you
romantic
know.
involvement. It is about utilizing
You're
what
talking
you
that
have.
hot shit. She told Mike on air that she thought his haircut was cute.
who?
Y'all
I
remember that
did.
shit?
I give compliments. I've always
You
said I
gotta
give
stop that shit.
compliments.
Listen,
No,
you gotta stop
this
that
was,
shit, Britt.
No, hold on.
It's
This
like
was
a domino effect
before
when you do that shit.
This was before everything else went down.
It don't even
But
matter.
I do give compliments. I give compliments to women consistently, constantly. When I see a woman walking down the
Not
street and
women.
she looks cute,
Not women.
I give compliments to men.
When was the last time you complimented the Nicaraguan?
Today.
Look at the thinking. Oh, okay.
What do you be saying to him? Ew.
You tell him.
I just tell him that I think he's doing a good job as a dad. You know, being a single parent is hard.
That's
I tell him he looks good.
That's
no,
not.
that's not the
compliment.
same. No,
That's different.
That's different.
Today I told
That's being
today
supportive.
today I told him he smelled good, and the last time I saw him, I told him I loved his outfit.
All right, so you gotta stop that shit. Don't throw the word love in
He's
there.
my
Don't
Wait,
throw the
what?
word love in there. Don't put the word great in there. Be like, okay, I see you doing your thing today. That's
Oh
it.
no.
He and I talked about the fact that one time, right after he finished sex, this chick high-fived him and was like, "You really did that," and he was immediately turned off.
You niggas is raggedy
Listen,
as
after
shit.
sex, I am definitely not giving you no compliment. I'll be sitting there like, damn, that was a bomb ass dick. I ain't let him know though.
Oh my god!
I gotta keep his ego low, Elaine. Nah. He knows how good the dick or the head is. It's like, oh, that shit is so fire, but let me treat him like he a regular nigga. Like, I guess your day going.
Damn!
I'm not gonna tell you left my leg shaking last night. What the fuck?
Toxic. 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 See,
As
that shit
fuck.
right there.
At least I'm able
Yeah.
to admit it. I am able to
That's
admit it.
toxic.
It is.
Fucking
Somebody
red
could literally
toxic.
throw themselves in front of a boulder, stop it. Jazz might be knocked a little off course. They're struggling with the boulder, finally get out, got a crushed leg, and she's like, and just walks off. Straightens
How you look?
herself out a little. Because
No, I feel like she would be
Look,
like,
if
you
he's
did your
ugly, fuck
thing.
him. He gonna die.
Bruh, ugh. You did all that for me?
You probably shouldn't.
God.
I'm not giving you my number, but thank you.
I don't know. I feel like this is
Bitch,
one of
y'all
those.
ain't shit. Just
I give compliments.
ain't. I just. That's why it's them too. Just
Okay.
ain't shit. Look, prior to being the big back that I am, 'cause I can show y'all a picture. I was fine as a motherfucker. Okay. So prior to that situation, like nigga, I would walk up to a nigga in a club. Like my MO was flawless victory, goddamn. I was Mortal Kombat these niggas left and motherfucking right. I could walk up to a nigga in club and be like, you know what, you fine as shit, just walk off. And they'd be like,
Yes.
hey, wait, hey. Or
I support that. That's what I be doing. What you
Or
staying
I
around for?
I would walk up to a nigga, like they be smoking a black or a blunt or something, take it out their mouth and put it and gave it back and walk off. And they'd be like, oh my God, this nigga.
Nah, I ain't doing
And
that because he just got
mind-
finished.
Now, mind you, this was the 2000s, 99-ish, so like we wasn't really, germs wasn't even a factor. Like we wasn't worried about COVID and AIDS, really. Like, not really.
Not AIDS.
I think
Not
yes.
really.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. We wasn't. We wasn't. We wasn't. We wasn't. So, but like I had these like it was always like I'm gonna boost your confidence and then I'm gonna walk the fuck off. And the shit was 100%. It worked every motherfucking. Like I was having a talk with Jason. Was it Jason? Yes, Yes, it was Jason. The other day, it was like, and we was
You
talking about having
ain't
game,
shit.
and he was like, "You got game." I said, "I don't have game, not at this big grown age." And he was like, "These are the things that I think what game is." And I was like, "I don't think that's game. I think that's just having a fucking personality." He's like, "But you don't understand that a lot of women don't have personalities." And I was like,
What was the examples of game? I'm curious.
"I'll tell you off air."
Ah, shit. Cliffhanger. Because I want to know if I got game or not.
But it was like the conversation went to like the whole having game thing or whatever the case may be, to having an actual personality, and to being like I was like that. We had a different understanding. Because to him, game is like, oh, can you crack a joke? You know, because Jason's whole thing is like, bitches ain't funny. Like, if you funny, that's game to him. And I'm like, that's not game, nigga. That's just a motherfucker that's funny. He's like, nah, that's game. And I'm like,
Niggas love when you make them laugh.
nigga, because
Hilarious.
baby, look, I done tickled the draws off a couple motherfuckers.
I done had niggas laughing their drawers down the floor. I'm like, put them shits back up, nigga. I don't want you. I was just giving out free jokes.
Right. These ain't even my good jokes.
Right.
These like my D-level jokes, nigga.
My intern jokes.
This ain't even our good material, motherfucker.
I just want to say that we started talking about Brandy and Wanye, and now that we're winding down to the end of the show, I think that what we ended up, where we traveled in the conversations, was probably it's not better than it was, but I think it was really organic off of the topic. So, I mean, give me your 2 cents each on the whole situation. Starting with Coretta with the Beretta.
Say again. I'm sorry, I was reading text.
That's nice. Can you
My
give
bad.
me your 2 cents on the Wanye, what? I'm so
Wanye
hot.
was wrong. Brandy
have a
may have been
stroke?
fast, but Wanye was wrong because in the situation, Wanye was the adult. It takes the adult to be the one to say, no, call me in 2 years.
Ray of Sunshine.
Brandy was fast, free Wanye. No, I'm just joking.
Fuck.
No, I feel like the same way Helene said. After thinking about it and pondering on my story from earlier, I can see where I was a victim.
That's hard to say, so if I could give you a big fat fucking hug, I would. You'd probably tell me to get the fuck off you.
I'm not sad about it.
I still give you a hug anyway.
Oh, okay. I'll
Shit.
accept it.
All right. Jazz, your thoughts.
I agree with Helene and Rhea. Definitely feel like he was the adult, and a 16-year-old. I mean, especially being in the show business and all of the things that was going on about that. So that's already a lot for her to carry anyway. But I mean, yeah. So
I feel like everybody else feels, and this wasn't one of those situations where he went to a bar and he thought she was a 21-year-old adult.
Right.
He
Like, he knew
very
how old that
correctly.
girl was.
Yeah.
Right. Like, he absolutely fucking knew. And he has come across 16-year-olds in his family, females, I'm sure, and he never thought anyone should ever look at them that way. And the fact that he still, to this day, as a grown-ass adult, talks the way he talks about her and the situation goes to show that he actually never had a lick of respect for her then. He didn't give a fuck how old she was then, and he couldn't give a fuck how old she was now. So, fuck him. But with that
I mean, it's
said,
always been fuck boys to men, so in my world. Maybe y'all like the motherfuckers. No. Shut the fuck up.
It's wait a minute. It's in his Wikipedia. He had a romantic relationship with Brandy Norwood during the 1990s while she was a minor.
Ew.
So if somebody went in there and updated that.
Well, just remember, one of our favorite songs, one of the lines is backstage, underage, adolescent. She said hi, and I decide I'd like to do the wild thing. And we have not canceled them.
What song was this supposed to be,
know.
them?
Belle Biv
Do
DeVoe.
me.
Do me, baby.
Do me, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'd also like to say about Wanye, I met him some years back, and
course
he
you
was
did.
really sweet to me. He was really sweet to me. We exchanged email information, and then I found out, we never really communicated, but then I found out that he's like a black Israelite, and he has multiple wives.
Christ.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Maybe he knows my back Israelite.
maybe he does.
They
They're
probably do
just
know
in
each
different
other.
factions.
Well, with that said, where can we find you, Jazz?
Yes, I am one half of the Was It Good Though podcast, where we discuss movies and TV shows. We drop new episodes every Tuesday, me and my brother Jason. You can find us on streams, YouTube, on all social media platforms. And all of Talkin' Ish has been a guest on our show, even Araya, and Britt doesn't want to come back. It's okay. It's still love. And we just appreciate y'all.
I'll be asleep. I'm going to sleep right after this.
Nah,
Where can we find your toes?
What?
Nigga, you can't, cause she ain't bout it enough to put them toes out on OnlyFans or Only Toes or whatever.
The thing is, like, I did Feet Finder, but there's bitches on there that's nude, and I'm not about to be nude showing my toes. So I'm just like, all right. So the competition is like, all right.
And this is Feet Finder's a scam. Like they try to scam you.
Yeah.
But don't they make you pay?
So yeah.
No, they try to take you off the site, and they try to get you to send them money for you to exchange for
wild.
pictures.
How do you
Like,
know
it's
this, Raya?
Right?
Because I tried it a few years
It's
ago.
so trash. It's so trash.
Well,
Cause you,
try OnlyFans instead of Feet Finder.
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so we're not going to find her at Feet Finder nor at OnlyFans. All right.
You can see her feet on her Instagram page though.
Yes, they are there.
Often. You'd
For
be
the
like,
free.
look at my knives, and it's just a knife and feet. Like, nigga, ain't no.
So you're mad at me because I'm trying to give multiple contents for people? I'm just like, what? Look.
She'd be like, oh, I got new knives, and it's just
Toes.
knives and a crop top and feet. But okay, do you?
Right. Listen,
Do you?
Gemini vibes right there.
Araya, where can people find you
Yes.
or not find you if you don't want them
No,
to?
I don't want to be found. I'm good.
Okay. All right.
She said, I
That's
don't want to
lovely.
be that. Two scissors up for
Snip,
scissors
snip,
up for
snip,
Raya.
snip. Oh. All right. And Helene, where can they find you or not find you?
Bitch, they can't find me because my real name ain't even on the internet. So
Same.
Well, I'm Slightly Annoyed Mix Check, and you can find me on Threads, Instagram, no longer on TikTok, nor am I on X. I am on Blue Sky occasionally, and my art page on Instagram. So thank you I'm terrible at fucking outros. Never been good at them. I don't even know how to hang up with people. I wait till they just get exasperated and hang up the phone on me. Or I awkwardly hang up while they're still talking.
Oh. So you're not good with goodbyes. Okay.
No, I'm terrible with fucking goodbyes.
Let's just Irish goodbye the show. Let's just sit here. Anthony, we're done.
Cut it off.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Y'all ain't shit.